I still remember the exact shade because it looked wrong on her. Not new, not bold, wrong, like it didn't belong in our house. She walked in a little after 9, keys jangling, bag slipping off her shoulder like she'd been carrying it for miles. Her hair was damp at the roots like she'd run her hands through it 100 times. And there, smeared near the corner of her mouth, was lipstick. Deep berry, glossy, and absolutely not the warm nude she always wore. "Hey," I said from the couch, trying to keep my voice even. "You're home late." She froze half a second, then forced a smile. "Traffic and meetings." I nodded like I believed her, like my eyes weren't glued to her face. "You okay?" she asked, stepping closer. "Yeah," I said. "Just tired." She leaned down to kiss my cheek, and I felt the faint, sweet smell of perfume, powdery, unfamiliar, not her soft vanilla, something sharper. I pulled back before the kiss landed. Her eyebrows lifted. "What's that supposed to mean?" "It means you have lipstick on you," I said. She blinked once, then laughed too quickly. "What?" "No, I don't." I stood, walked to the lamp by the hallway, and tilted her face gently toward the light. "Right there." Her hand shot up like a reflex. She rubbed at her mouth, smearing it more, then stared at her fingertips like they'd betrayed her. "It's nothing," she said. "Maybe I hugged someone. You know how it is."
I trust
"Hugged
you
someone," I
completely.
repeated, slow.
And I
She
trust
exhaled
you.
hard.
We're
"Don't do
okay
this,
now.
okay? Not tonight." "Not tonight," I echoed, now feeling my heartbeat in my throat. "So, when? Tomorrow? Next week? Or do we pretend I didn't see it?" Her eyes flashed. "You're being dramatic." I stared at her. "Dramatic is coming home with someone else's lipstick on your face and acting like I'm crazy for noticing." Her jaw tightened. She looked past me toward the kitchen like she needed an escape route. "I had a long day. Can we not?" "Tell me the truth," I said. "Just once. Don't make me guess." She swallowed. "You want the truth? Fine. There was a work thing. People were drinking. I'm tired. I hugged someone. It got on me. That's it." I waited. The air between us felt thick, like smoke. "What work thing?" I
I
asked.
trust you
She hesitated.
completely.
And I trust you.
Client dinner."
We're okay now.
"What client?" I pressed. Her eyes flicked away again. "Why are you interrogating me?" "Because you're lying," I said, and my voice cracked on the last word. That finally made her look at me. Really look. The anger slipped for a second, and something else showed through. Fear. "I'm not lying," she said, softer now. I don't want to fight." "I don't want to fight," I said. "I want my wife." She flinched like I'd slapped her. "You think I cheated?" she whispered. I didn't answer because my silence was a confession. Her shoulders dropped. She looked tired in a way I'd never seen, like she was carrying a secret too heavy to keep standing upright. "Come here," she said suddenly. "What?" "Come here," she repeated, and she took my wrist,
completely.
not rough, but
And I
firm,
trust you.
like she was
We're
afraid if
okay
she let
now.
go, the moment would run away. She pulled me toward the hallway. "What are you doing?" I asked, resisting. "Showing you," she said, "since you've already decided." She dragged me to the bathroom and flicked the light on. The mirror glared back at us, two people standing inches apart, miles away. She faced me. "Look at me." I did. Her eyes were glossy. "Now look at the mirror," she said. I glanced up, confused. "Okay, I'm looking." "No," she said, voice tightening. "Actually, look." I frowned. "I don't understand." Her hands trembled as she reached into her bag and pulled out a small, compact mirror, the kind with two sides, normal and magnifying. She popped it open and held it in front of the big mirror. "Stand right
I
here,"
trust
she
you
said,
completely.
positioning me slightly to her
And
left.
I trust you.
"Why?"
We're okay
I asked.
now.
"Just do it." I did. She held the compact so it angled our reflection. My face, her face, together, framed inside frame. "Now," she said, barely above a whisper, "tell me what you see." I stared. At first it was just us. Then I noticed something weird near her mouth. Like the lipstick wasn't actually on her lips the way I thought. It was slightly off. Smudged, yes, but the edges looked like it had been pressed there. Transferred. Like a stamp. And then I saw her lower lip, almost raw, like she'd scrubbed it too hard. And a tiny split at the corner. "She scrubbed," I muttered without thinking. "You tried to wipe it off." Her eyes watered.
"I trust
because
you
I knew what you would
completely."
think.
And I trust
I looked at her
you.
hands.
We're
They were
okay
faintly
now.
stained, pinkish like she'd been rubbing and rubbing. "Okay," I said, still trying to piece it together. "But how did it get there?" She swallowed and forced her voice steady. "Turn your head." "What?" "Turn," she insisted, and she pointed to my neck. "Look." I turned toward the mirror, and she leaned closer, pushing aside my collar. There it was. On my skin, just below my jawline, a faint smear of the same berry lipstick. I went cold. "What the?" Her voice snapped, sharp with pain. "Exactly." I stared at it like it was a bruise that had just appeared. "That wasn't there earlier," I said. "Yes, it was," she said. "You just didn't notice until you were looking for something to accuse me with." My mouth opened, then closed.
"I
"How would
trust
I
you
have?"
completely."
She cut me off. "That's
And
what I
trust
said.
You. We're
How would I
okay
have
now.
lipstick on me if I wasn't wearing it?" I blinked hard. "Wait, are you saying You tell me," she said, and her voice was trembling now. "Because I didn't put that on you." I stood there staring at my own neck as the room tilted. "No," I whispered. "No, that's impossible." "Is it?" she snapped, then immediately softened. "I'm not trying to attack you. I'm trying to make you understand how it feels when someone decides the story before hearing you." My throat tightened. "I didn't do anything." "I believe you," she said quickly. "I do. That's why I didn't come in screaming. That's why I didn't slap you. I went to the bathroom first. I looked in the mirror and I thought..." Her voice broke. "I thought my whole life was falling apart." I stared
trust
at
you
her.
completely.
"Then where did it come from?"
And I trust you.
She took a shaky
We're okay
breath.
now.
"I called you earlier." "What?" "You didn't answer," she said. "At 7:40. I tried to remember. My phone was on silent. I stopped because the memory hit me. I was helping my sister with those moving boxes. She nodded slowly. "And your sister wore lipstick today." I frowned. "She always wears lipstick." "Not that shade," my wife said. "I've seen her in it. That berry color. The same one." I opened my mouth, then closed it. My mind raced back through the evening. My sister laughing, leaning in close to show me something on her phone. The quick hug before she left, her cheek brushing my neck. I reached up and rubbed the smear on my neck. My fingers came away faintly tinted. "Oh my God," I whispered. My wife
"I
let out a
trust you
shaky laugh that
completely."
wasn't funny at all.
And I trust you.
"Yeah?"
We're okay
"So,
now.
it got on me from her," I said, half to myself. "And I hugged you when I walked in," she said, "before you pulled away. Right here," she pointed toward her mouth. "Your neck, my face. Transfer." I stared at her, the puzzle snapping into place like a trap closing. I looked at my wife. "You thought I cheated?" Her eyes filled. "For 1 second. And then I hated myself for thinking it. And then I hated you for making me feel like I needed to prove I wasn't guilty." My chest hurt. "I'm sorry." She wiped her cheek fast, angry at the tear. "Don't just say sorry. Tell me why you looked at me like that, like I was already convicted." I swallowed. "Because I've been scared." "Scared of what?" she asked, softer. "Of losing you," I
"I
admitted.
trust you
"Of not being
completely."
enough." Of all those
And I
stories
trust you.
online, all those people,
We're okay
I shook
now.
my head. It sounds stupid out loud. It's not stupid, she said, and her voice was tired. It's human, but it's dangerous. I nodded, shame burning my face. When I saw it, I didn't even ask first. I just assumed. She leaned against the sink, taking a deep breath. Do you know what hurt the most? What? I asked quietly. She looked straight into my eyes. Not the accusation, the certainty. I felt that like a punch. I don't want to be in a marriage where we act like strangers when something looks wrong, she continued. I want a marriage where we can say, this scares me, instead of, you did this. My throat tightened. You're right. She stared at the mirror again, our faces under harsh bathroom light, older than yesterday. And the lipstick, she
And I
said,
trust
voice
you.
steadier now,
We're okay
wasn't
now.
even the worst part. I blinked. What do you mean? She hesitated, then reached into her bag again and pulled out a small paper napkin. Crumpled, folded tight. My stomach dropped. What is that? She opened it carefully on the counter like it was evidence. Inside was a tiny broken piece of lipstick, berry-colored, snapped clean. I stared. Why do you have that? She exhaled. Because it didn't come from a hug at a client dinner. I froze. Then, it happened on the elevator, she said. I stared at her. The elevator? She nodded, jaw tight. I was leaving the building, and the elevator was packed. A woman shoved in at the last second. She was arguing on the phone, angry, swinging her bag around like she owned the air. She bumped into me, hard. I stumbled. She
And I
turned and
trust
snapped,
you.
watch it,
We're okay now.
like it was my fault. My hands curled into fists. And the lipstick? My wife looked down at the broken piece. She dropped it when she hit me. It fell, cracked, and I instinctively grabbed it because, I don't know. Because people do stupid things when they're startled, I whispered, and then it got on you. She nodded. When she shoved past, her face brushed mine, like she was trying to intimidate me. Her lipstick smeared. I didn't even realize until I got to my car. My anger flared, then faded into something heavier. So, you came home already shaken. Yes, she said, and the first thing you did was look at me like I was the threat. I stepped closer. I'm so sorry. She stared at me for a long moment, and I could see her deciding whether to let the apology land or let it bounce
And I
off.
trust you.
Finally,
We're
she
okay
nodded
now.
once. Okay. I let out a breath I didn't realize I'd been holding. But, she said, raising a finger, we're not pretending this didn't happen. I nodded immediately. We're not. She turned on the faucet and wet a cloth. She wiped at her mouth gently this time, not frantic. Because tonight wasn't about lipstick. It was about trust, I said. She met my eyes in the mirror, and about how fast it can bleed out when you don't protect it. I swallowed. Tell me what you need from me. She thought for a second. When you feel that panic, when your mind starts building a story, you say it out loud. You don't turn it into a verdict. I nodded. Okay. And you give me the same, she said. If something ever looks wrong on you, lipstick,
And I trust
perfume,
you.
whatever,
We're okay
I will
now.
ask. Not assume. I stepped closer until our shoulders almost touched. I want that. She looked at my neck again and almost smiled. Also, please scrub your neck before you sleep. You look like you lost a battle to a strawberry. I let out a short laugh, one that surprised me. Then she turned, faced me fully, and her eyes softened. Come here. This time I didn't flinch. I leaned in slowly, like trust was something fragile you carried with both hands. She kissed my cheek first, then my lips, careful, honest, and when she pulled back, she whispered, "Next time you see something that scares you, don't bring me a courtroom." I nodded, forehead resting against hers. I'll bring you a conversation.
I trust
She
you
closed her
completely.
eyes.
And I
Good.
trust you.
I
We're
held her
okay
there in that
now.
harsh bathroom light, looking at our reflection, realizing how close we came to letting a smear of color turn into a stain we couldn't wash out. And then, as if the universe wanted to underline the lesson, my phone buzzed in my pocket. I glanced down. A message from my sister. LOL. I just realized I hugged you with fresh lipstick. Sorry. Don't let your wife kill me. I showed it to my wife without a word. She read it, then laughed. Finally, really laughed, head tipping back, the tension cracking like ice. You owe me dessert, she said, wiping her eyes. I owe you 1,000 desserts, I said. She grabbed my hand and pulled me out of the bathroom. Start with one. And while you're at it... What? I asked. She looked back at me, serious
I
again,
trust you
but gentle.
completely.
Thank you
And
for
I
looking in the
trust
mirror.
you. We're okay
I squeezed
now.
her hand. Thank you for making me.